So we're having a very beautiful week ahead of us. Not much is happening, which is obviously a good thing. Why? Because we have a bit of a slowdown in the energy. The sun is moving into Capricorn, so we will become more grounded. The further we go into the weekend, that will obviously concentrate us on more easy stuff. Remember, Pluto is currently at the same degree that it was back in 2020 in December, so we might be prone to connect to those issues, informations, projects that we've been dealing with during that time. So we might feel like we are more prone to look into the past rather than look into the future. But Mercury is moving direct now, so obviously we will see a bit of a progress in everything that we do, and we will notice that things are going a little bit smoother, our communication gets clearer, and we have the chance to catch up on things that we've missed out on. So we started off the week with an energy of Cancer, so Monday is quite an easy day. The further we go into Tuesday, there might be some sort of argument and a little bit of a difficult energy coming through. On Wednesday, watch out, we've got the sun making a square with Neptune. As far as I see, I mean, this is a very lovely, helpful aspect. We are trying to be very helpful. We are trying to be nice, but it can give us a little bit of a low energy, because basically both, I mean, the sun is in Jupiter, but Neptune is in the sign of Pisces. So obviously, watch out for somebody being dishonest with you. You might idealize people a little bit too much. You might think that people are nicer than they actually, well, when they actually aren't. You might notice that you might need help, or somebody might give you help, but it's not necessarily without any hidden agenda. You might feel like you're slowing down on your projects. Why? Because out of a sudden we might notice that maybe something more needs to be done. Maybe there is something that we need to concentrate on a little bit more before we're going to move forward. But this is the time to decide, do you still want to go ahead? Do you still want to go ahead, and do you still want to make your future better? But watch out for being too sympathetic, and people might use that to their advantage. On Thursday, we've got the moon going into Leo, so that gives us a little bit of fire energy. The Venus is making the semi sextile with Saturn, allowing us to catch up on our work, but we might also go out on a nice date, or meet somebody, or basically just have fun, or see someone that you haven't seen for a while. On Friday, we've got Venus making a lovely trine with Jupiter, which is a very relaxing, happy aspect, giving us plenty of charisma. We might feel a lot more attractive, a lot more optimistic. We might notice that we are basically getting lucky, more positive insights, income coming through, also positive spending. So you might actually gain something, pay for something, or you might gain some sort of work success, or you might prove something. It's a very positive aspect in general. You might show off in a good way, but at the same time we will be able to organize our life a little bit better. On Saturday, we've got the sun moving into the sign of Capricorn, so don't be surprised if out of a sudden we are thinking more about being disciplined, more ambitious in general. We might concentrate more on our goals, more on our long-term stuff that we want to do. We also have the winter equinox during that day, which is the day when you can set your intentions, your plans for the future. This is a very good time to work with that energy in order to make your dreams come true in 2025. On Sunday, we're moving into the Libra energy in the evening. We are slowing down a little bit before Christmas, but the sun is making a semi-sextile with Pluto. So out of a sudden, you will feel like very determined, very concentrate on work, being able to finalize the things to actually reach the success that you've been longing for. For all of the signs, it will be different, but let's have a brief look at what's going to happen. For Aries, watch out for any travel, any blockages within your mind. You might feel a little bit lost throughout the middle of the week. The further we go into the weekend, we are moving into the 11th house of energy. So out of a sudden, you've got outlook for the future, more fun. You might run into people that you haven't met in a while. You might go out and basically just have fun. The sun moving into Capricorn makes you concentrate more about your future goals and where you see yourself in the future. For Taurus, the beginning of the week is more about money, about losses. You might feel a little bit down and unwell, so watch out for that. But the further you go into the week, we are looking at the 10th house. So there might be some sort of changes, positive influx of money from work, positive revelation at work. So you might be able to see something from a different perspective. The sun moving into the sign of Capricorn will allow you to look at your future, maybe travel, maybe goals. You will be able to set some sort of intentions for the future. For Geminis, this starts off with an energy of partnership. So from Monday till Wednesday, you might feel a little bit down. There might be issues at work, things being lost, things being not clear enough, and you might feel like, oh my God, what am I doing here? The further you go from Thursday onwards, so you are moving into the 9th house. So happiness, feeling happy in general, more positive outlook, positive gifts. Somebody might give you a gift. You might feel better. Your relationships will be working better. The sun moving into the sign of Capricorn will allow you to look not only at your finances, but also at other people from a different perspective. You might connect with your feeling a lot more and the practical side of your life, but from the inner perspective. For Cancer, this is their time. There is a beginning of the week might be a little bit difficult in regards to your sixth house. So you might feel like there is too much going on. You might not be able to catch up on your work. You might feel a little bit lost. Watch out for your health. Then we are moving into the 8th house. There might be a lot of difficult discussions, difficult things being said. So don't be surprised if out of a sudden there is some sort of issues with money as well. From Sunday onwards, your concentrates move on the other people, so you might be more outgoing, but also you might want to speak with more people, and you will be looking differently at your partner. For Leos, this is the sign of the 5th house, so there might be something to do with your children, with your goals, with how you're having fun. From Thursday onwards, you are looking at your partnership, so you might be thinking about signing contracts, moving on with businesses, investments, but also concentrating more on your partner. That will bring you more together. The sun is moving into the 6th house, so out of a sudden you are looking at things that you can declutter, get rid of, so you will be able to reduce any sort of work or unnecessary clutter in your life. For Virgos, this says there might be some sort of issues within the family members or family dynamic at the beginning of the week. Then you have to relook at your priorities work-wise, so you might feel like there is too much going on with your work. The sun moves into the 5th house from Saturday. You might need to be looking more at your sex life, how you having fun, and children, if you are thinking about any. It's going to be pushing you towards that direction. For Libra, this is the time to relook at your communication, maybe issues with brothers and sisters or siblings. The Venus is moving into the 5th house, so you'll be more prone to have fun, to enjoy yourself, to actually relook at how you're spending your time. The sun moving into Capricorn will make you look at your family dynamic and people around you. You might notice that there is some sort of delays to who you're with. And you might realize, there might be some sort of delays with things that you are doing at home. The sun moving into Capricorn will make you realize something, will make you see your family from a different perspective. For Scorpios, this is the energy of the 2nd house. So watch out for your spendings. You might be too worried about money. And you have to relook at how you're going to be having fun as well. Or you might be spending too little money on fun. More to do with your family dynamic, spending more time with children, spending more time on doing things that you actually enjoy. You might be more concentrated on creating easier atmosphere at home. The sun moves into the 3rd house. Your concentration goes towards your siblings, neighbors, and you might be more prone to work with people from those surroundings. The sun in your 3rd house will also make your communication a little bit more vocal as well. For Sagittarius, so up until Wednesday, there might be some sort of issues with your family, home environment. You might be dealing with a little bit of an uncertainty around where you are, where you stand with your property or your family members. Then from Thursday onwards, the energy moves into discussions, contracts, having fun. You might run out into somebody and feel much better. From Saturday onwards, the sun moves into the sign of Capricorn. So you'll feel like, oh my God, money is actually getting a little bit more secure. You'll be thinking about finances from a completely different perspective. You might concentrate more about money. For Capricorns, this is the energy of what actually stops you from saying things that you want to say? Maybe you have to relook at your communication, relook at what actually makes you happy, relook at what keeps you going. There might be an energy of checking your siblings, and any sort of travels might change for a little bit. So if you're traveling somewhere on Wednesday, be cautious, there might be delays. For Thursday onwards, from Thursday, Friday, concentration on money, influx of money, growing money-wise. You might notice that things are getting a little bit better in general. You might be gaining more money in general. The sun moves into your first house, so it's illuminating yourself. So out of it, you'll be like, okay, I know where I'm going. You'll be seeing things clearer. You'll be thinking about your long-term goals. You might actually become more at ease with your future. For Aquarius, this is the 11th house. So you're looking at, there might be some sort of problems with money, some sort of problems with payments, delays in general. But the Venus is in your house. And from Thursday to Friday, you'll be concentrating on yourself, having more fun, making yourself look better, making yourself feel better, and actually taking a little bit of a break. From Sunday onwards, you might have to relook at your health, take a break. There might be some sort of hospital visits, or basically just isolation in general. You'll be looking within rather than outside. For Pisces, this is all about work, what you want to do, where you see yourself in the future. There might be some sort of problems at work, delays at work, issues with working. Thursday and Friday is all about taking a break, relaxing. You might be spending more time at home, and you're actually going to enjoy yourself, having that little break. The sun moves into your 11th house, so you'll be thinking more about concentrating on your future goals. You'll be realizing what those are and where you want to be in future. I'd like to wish you a very lovely week, and I'll speak to you soon.